intuitive thinking will go a long way today as intellectual Mercury helps us prepare for some big changes. I'm Jeff Jower.
And for Planet Pulse, I'm Rick Levine. On this Tuesday, October 1st, we do have some pretty intense mixed messages coming from the cosmos today, and part of it does involve the moon.
Well, first of all, the moon changes signs this afternoon. We start this morning with the moon in bold, brassy, fiery, outgoing Leo, yet this afternoon the moon shifts into analytical, discreet, careful, and practical Virgo.
And normally when the moon does that, it really creates a narrowing, a focusing of consciousness. But today as the moon moves into Virgo, it goes opposite nebulous Neptune. Neptune kind of brings up issues of dreams and imagination, and Neptune's being emphasized already even before the moon gets there.
Well, that's right. Normally this lunar opposition from Virgo to dreamy Neptune and Pisces represents a profound gap between analysis and fantasy, but intellectual Mercury, Virgo's key ruling planet, forms a harmonious relationship to Neptune, building a bridge between the real and the ideal.
And ideally, that would be something that we could really focus on. However, today we have the sun moving into an aspect or aspects that will be with us for a couple of days, that today squares Pluto and a couple of days opposes Uranus. Pluto is the planet of unrelenting, intense transformation. As Pluto forms a square today with Pluto, I think that it's going to be difficult for us to back away from the intensity of what's in front of us to allow ourselves to go into that dream world.
Well, I agree with you, Rick, that the sun square to Pluto today and the sun's opposition to wild and crazy Uranus in 2 days represents some deep subsurface shifting on one level. It can represent changes of bosses, of heads of state, and yet it seems like we have the emotional and intellectual acuity to ride these wild waves with a reasonable degree of comfort.
So it seems to me that the practice for the day is to utilize Mercury and allow our minds, our thoughts, to drift up into the spaces, into the clouds of illusion, and yet at the same time to keep our feet firmly planted on the ground so we can deal with the very real issues in front of us. I'm Rick Levine.
And for Planet Pulse, I'm Jeff Jower.